Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Pseudo's Crochet More. This is your host Crystal. Today I am coming on here to give my final review with this all-in-one granny square. Now I did a video yesterday that you guys saw yesterday. This video will not be out till the 27th. So if you haven't watched that video, please go check it out. I know it's almost 2 hours long, but I really wanted to show you guys what happened when I was trying to crochet this up as recommended per the instructions that are on the label. Now I did state in the video while I was working this up yesterday that it didn't tell you what hook they actually used, if it was a Susan Bates or a boy or anything like that. Well, when I went back and was looking at the information again, I did find out that they did use the I-9 or 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, the Susan Bates Silva Luna crochet hook. So they did use that when they tested this yarn out. Now, as you can see, I did finally complete it. I don't think this is long enough for the tail to be used to weave in to connect to another square. So if I decide to use this, I have that backwards. I was showing you guys the back of it. If I decided to use this in a project, I would have to buy white Red Heart Super Saver yarn to connect these squares. Now, the center part where it's black, I did use the recommended hook size, the 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, which is this one here. Let me see if I can get that to focus. Put that in front of my face maybe. Let's see, does that help? I don't know. I'm not really. I'm trying to get to focus. It's not focusing. Come on. There we go, maybe. As you can see, my one daughter, Brownie Bear, is in the back. I don't know why this won't focus. Focus. There we go. I think I have it upside down though. There we go. Let's see. Could that work better? I'm ready. There we go. Okay. So I did use this hook, which is the same. I think this one here is the one that they used. This is a 5 millimeter, but this is the Susan Bates with the rubber grip on it, which I think is what they call that special SULVA hook. So this is the 5 millimeter. So when I was crocheting, I was getting really close to the color change before it was actually required. So I did try the 5 millimeter crochet hook. That did not work out. I actually had to go down to a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. Now again, this is a coupe hook. It's tapered, so it's like a boy hook. But that's what I had to use to complete this. So I do believe it was the yellow color, then the lighter gray, and then the white. All three of those rounds, I had to use that crochet hook, or else it was not going to come out correct. So, I know that it states here on the instructions inside, it says, or size needed to obtain gauge. And then the Susan Bates steel yarn needle for weaving in your ends is what they use to weave in their ends. You can use whatever needle you want to. You don't have to use those. But, yeah. So, I know I gave this pretty high because I'm doing 5 balls. And I think this is more like a 1. I'm showing you the back of it again because there was the tail. And the only reason that is because I think it took me about 20 times, and this is still curling on me because it's so tight. But if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have had enough yarn with the white, or the color change would have been in the wrong place on the previous rows. So I do like the concept. I think they needed to test it a little bit more because I'm sure I was supposed to have a lot more left over than this one. Now, I will be doing a review on the Flower Power one as well. I do have that here somewhere. I picked it up at Joann's when I got the grape colored. Now I'm just losing everything off the side here. When I got these, they were $6.99 each. I got $2.50 off of each one. And I got the wisteria color. I'll show you that here in just a second. Now this is not part of today's video. This will be. I'm just showing it to you to show you which one I got. Now I've already seen, look at this. Look at this. And I haven't really had that anywhere. This is like on the outside. It's already like fraying. So that's not going to be good. But I picked it up because I do love, purple is my favorite. I do gravitate towards other colors now, but purple's my favorite. I figured I'd give this one a go. I've heard that this one is actually a lot easier to not have to keep pulling rows upon rows out, rounds, rows, out. So I'm going to give this a go, and when I do that, I will do like I did with the all-in-one regular granny square, showing you how many times I have to pull out stitches to readjust either tension or change hook size. So this will be in the coming weeks. It may not be next week. I do believe that the amigurumi kit from Hooks and Needles will be showing up, so I will be doing a video of that when it does show up. I'm still waiting on the Crochet Nation newspaper to show up. I have not received mine yet, and I am trying not to watch anybody else's videos, so I have a first look at it, and I will show you guys that as well. I know other YouTubers like Creative Grandma, who I actually found it from. I actually had an ad. Let me take this away from my face. I actually had an ad pop up on my Facebook page about that company. And then Creative Grandma did a thing, and I'm like, okay, well, they're offering the first one free other than paying for the shipping, which wasn't bad. But we'll see how it goes and see if that'll be something that I keep doing or if it's just a one-time deal. Now, I do know that I also got another pop-up on my Facebook feed, and I don't know if anybody else has seen this or not, but it is for a company called Southern Skeins, hand-dyed yarn company. They're doing mystery bundles, $40 a bundle. You can choose your weight of yarn. You can have them surprise you. They are currently out of the worsted weight or number 4 yarn, but they have a sock fingering DK, bulky, surprise me, mini skein, surprise me, and then it does tell you down at the bottom what's inside. You can get 3 to 6 mystery items ranging from hand-dyed yarn, bags, accessories, and tools. Then the fun never stops. And I do believe they also offer a monthly subscription. I'm going to keep looking into this company, but I will put their link in the description box below if you want to check them out and see if it's something you want to get at least maybe a mystery box from them. At least they give you the option you can choose your weight as long as they have it in stock. I was thinking about doing either the DK or the bulky, but I'll have to wait and see when I can get that done. They do t-shirts, they have a t-shirt club, they have a notions club, yarn club, bags and notion pouches, tools and notions. So they do offer a lot of things. I might check out their t-shirts too, just to see what they have. I'm not sure how you would get to the mystery bundle other than the link I'm going to put in the description box so you can check them out. So now that I've sidetracked off to that, I wanted to bring that to your guys' attention in case somebody, nobody else has mentioned it to any other YouTube channels. So I am going, like I said, I'm going to give this a number one on the balls, because it is, like I said, it is a great concept. However, I don't know whose tension they were going by, but they have to either be a very, very tight crocheter. I mean, I was really making those some tight stitches, and I was still winding up with color changes well before it should have been done. And then I changed the hook size, and it still was either changing weight, it wasn't changing soon enough, like it was like several stitches into the next round it would change, or if you watched the previous video that I did yesterday, or when you see this, it'll be a week from that date. So I did not have enough of this to even finish the round for the white. So I'm not sure. They do not specify on how long your tail should be that I could find in these instructions. Let me see here. I know it's on the Flower Power one. But let me see here. Okay. Oh, okay. So it says a 4-inch tail. But I was okay with what I was doing, and it was ending right. So I'm not sure what is going on. But this does state here, it's underneath the notes. They should have this information down also, I think, kind of to remind people if they forgot how long it's supposed to be. When they go to make their first one, because I missed that, and I totally missed what brand hook they used. But I left an 8-inch, 7-inch tail. Let me see. Let me measure this real quick. You won't be able to see it, but I'm gonna measure it where. Oh, that's the wrong tail. I'm gonna measure it, because some of it's actually hidden, but I'm gonna see what's left here. Okay, so this is saying 4 inches, and I have about 4 inches after some of it was covered up, because I did hide the tail while I was crocheting the first round in the black. Now this. Okay, so I don't start from the metal because it's kind of hard to see all those numbers. So from here to here is 4 inches, because 1 to 5 would be 4 inches. That's how long they want you to make the tail. But then I would have way too much yarn at the end of the first round. So I'm still, I don't know. Again, let me know what your thoughts are if you've tried this yarn. If you liked it, if you gave up on it, did you make something else with the yarn if you didn't cut it like I did? And even if I did cut it, I could always take it apart and reattach it as needed. Did you make something totally different with it? I know Crystal from Bago Day, she made a blanket with it. She just let it play out the colors as they came up. She didn't do anything special with it. I don't know if anybody else has done. I want to say that Cody, Creative Grandma's grandson, might have done something different. He did do the granny squares, and he was very frustrated with it too, because he crochets really tight, and he was still having problems with it. So it's kind of one of those things, either you love it or you hate it. And I'm kind of on the fence right now, to be honest. I don't know if I love it or hate it. Because if I probably took the time to measure out, and that's the other thing. You have to be very careful on how long your tail is when you start. It doesn't matter when you end as long as you have enough here to weave in to connect to the other granny squares that you make. And it it's frustrating, yes, because even though you take the tips that, other people have given about making the regular granny all-in-one granny square, it's still frustrating because you're doing what they're saying to do. Like, I know Mikey from the Crochet Crowd, he's done several different tutorials on this one and the one that's in the blanket yarn, and adjusting your tension, making it looser, making it tighter, changing the hook size. I mean, I had to go down to a 4.5mm crochet hook. That's 2 sizes smaller than what they recommend to start with. I don't know. And it doesn't, I mean, you can tell definitely it's tighter stitches because it's curling and I keep having to flatten it out. But you really can't, I cannot tell. If I did a quick glance at this, I wouldn't even know that I used a different hook for the center. Can you tell that I used a different hook? I know I told you that I did, but if you just you kind of skipped ahead, would you be able to tell that that was a different hook used? Let me know. Can you tell that I changed hook sizes once or twice to make this? That's the thing. You have to, it's, some people are very particular about consistency, and if I used one size for the center, I should be able to use it throughout the whole thing. Because this was perfect. Perfect. With the 5.5mm crochet hook. Now, I did not chain between the 3 double crochet stitches. The only thing I did different was I did the chain 2s in the corners. I thought it was only chain 1s, but it was chain 2s. So, if I did the chain 1s, I probably would have a lot more white left. But then again, the color change may have been in a different spot too. Yarn for thoughts. Again, let me know what you think of this. Oh, and actually, let me see. How big was this supposed to wind up being? I can't read. Let's see. Oh, okay. I mean, it's nice that they give you a pattern for the a vest crochet t-shirt. Okay. Okay, this is more about making the pattern. Doesn't tell you what size these are supposed to be when they're done. I'm looking over this information, and I think they would want you to know that. I mean, they tell you the sizes for the shirt, t-shirt, but does not, gauge 6 inches. Okay, so let's see. Did I make it 6 inches? It's like 6.5 inches. So, oh no, it's like 5.5. Sorry, 5.5 inches. So I'm a half an inch off. So if I do this again with the other color at a different point in time, I will do the 4-inch tail and see if that makes a difference or not, or if I'm still having the same trouble. Alright, well, I think that's going to be it for today's video. Check back tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a little interesting. I did get some those Granny Square cards that come in the box. I did get those for Christmas. I've heard that some of them are fake and some are real. So I don't know if I got the fake version or not, but when you watch the video, you can let me know if it was the real or the fake version. And I've also got a little song to go with tomorrow's video as well. So until next time, I hope you all stay safe, stay warm, and stay crafty. Have a good one. Bye-bye.